And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Detroit!
Fake here on first down. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved.
Right,
you mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight ends left. Three down. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Carry now for Adrian Peterson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Let's bring it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, four down.
Guys, on 2nd down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I got him.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Watch tight end. Hey, boys, all right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Sponge. No.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence. And here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37.
There we go. 180. 180.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Swing to the field, right, to the right. What do you think?
Second down, Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46. Gun. What do you think?
Prescott to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
This is taken at the 18. That's strong running. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Set! 3-19!
They start the drive with Peterson. Shrugs him off. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
On the handoff. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I'm going to hit you.
Calling the gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. We got 4.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's Peterson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
4 down.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Hey.
Hurry up, here we go.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Alert 86. Alert 86. Single receiver.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Alert flare.
Gun.
Switches.
Gun.
He'll look to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Get him, boys.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try and get it with pace. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Easy work. It's easy work.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up? Defense. We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Gun! Gun! 4 down. Alert! Leopard!
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
No. Check. Patriot!
First down, here's the run with Peterson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 down. Jam. Gun! Mike 48. Detroit!
They just do get the playoff as he looks to throw. Now P. is stripped of the football, and the Cowboys have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Here we go. Wide. Wellington.
Preston from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that taste out of their mouth here? And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll run it now, out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he was being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Move. 4 down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll try again with the iron here on second down. And Reed with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now let's go.
And off comes to Peterson.
Switch.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Gun!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Oh, yeah!
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now contact up
3-19.
front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Double tight.
Hey, 47.
3 down, 3
Here we go. 1-8. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
That's you.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Swing to the field, right.
Solid way
To
to
the
start
right.
the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
26.
Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, boys, we got
Here we go. 47. Hey, here we go. 1-8.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. On a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper.
Hustle.
And
Hey,
he slips
switch.
up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
26.
A first down carried by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 46. Here we go. 1-8.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Baby, let's go.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals.
Hurry up, here we
If
go.
that keeps happening, you lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
For a right side here, complete. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come to put them in the driver's seat. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Mike.
Gun.
26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Here we go, get out.
Watch that in, tight end's right.
Here we go, 46.
26. A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Here we go. Wide in.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. Complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Three down.
Gun!
Wise motion. Hey, check 24.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. 54's Mike.
They start on the ground with nice. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final
Here we go
untimed
now.
play here before
Green 39.
halftime.
Green 39. Gun.
They'll throw that on the final play. Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
Bring him in, bring him in. Ah, that's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tight left, tight left. We got three down, three down.
There we go. Wide 80.
19's me, 19's me.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
What do you think?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go. Wide 80.
4 down, 4 down. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 3 down.
Here we go.
And now it's Elliott.
Crash.
Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Put a body on him. Put a body on him. Single.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
3 down, 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's coming, he's coming.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Leopard. Leopard.
You go tight.
Gun.
They look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, tight on the right.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Check. Crunch.
Gun.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Pick. Nice pick.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Elliott.
I got you.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Double tight. Out. 3 down.
Here we go. Wide eight.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Prescott now from the 50. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like... They'll
run with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Here we go. Wide 8.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead.
Here we go. 47. 47.
10th carry now for Elliott. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They come out here in the eye.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go. 46. 26.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now it's Adrian Peterson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Four down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the field. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Four down.
Now let's go.
Handed down to Geis. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. God, not ready.
Detroit.
54 is Mike.
All right, now, Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for his tight end lead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball,
47.
yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back.
Hey, guys.
Here we go.
Let's make this
Wide 8.
simple. Anyone who plays the game,
47.
take the football.
26.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out.
Good.
That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Mike, 50.
46.
2nd down, Prescott. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
We got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
26.
They'll run it now. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave it open. They can come back and get you.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He's trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
All right, now,
from
lock it
Cowboy
56.
territory
Lock it 56.
now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Alert!
They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
26.
Handoff left, Elliott.
Undercrush.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Trying to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Swing to the field, right, to the right. There we go, kill. There we go, wide eight.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
4 down. Check.
Here's Elliott. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think...